Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Rafe West. I wanted to talk about um, how self-education is today, and is it good or not, right? Because lately, you know, I've been into self-help for a while now, and usually, there's so much bombarding us these days, social media, everything with technology, that even for learning, it's almost like going away from books, and you find a lot of like video courses and stuff like that. And oh, having some ginger ale here. Excuse me. So yeah, it's a lot of it is video course. It's kind of going away from books. Like I still have physical books, like you see back here in the shelf. I still have a Kindle. I use the app on my phone, and but the main learning route, at least that I'm going, is a lot of like videos. So you got your free stuff on YouTube, and then you have like your paid courses that are still videos, which are either like teachable. Um, they use that platform. I forget what the other ones are, but most of the ones I've seen are on Teachable. Now, like always, some of these courses are good and some are not. You know, it's either Teachable or like their website or something. So I was wondering, are these courses really good sometimes, or what aspects are good and what aspects are not? So one of the aspects is a lot of these times, and it's a good idea, it's for accountability purposes. They'll have like a group. You could either join like a Facebook group. There's a group, that's made up of the students who are enrolled in that course. And whether it's Facebook, now I see a lot of them are using Discord, which looks like a gamers chat room, I think. So you join, it's a Discord group. It's just like Facebook in a way, but just you can like communicate with each other, text each other. Um, and I think it's a gamer thing because it has like a control pad with your name on it, whatever name you choose. Um, and like I'm in a few groups right now, and I find that with the exception of the instructor, of course, like some of the groups are good, some of them are not. Um, what I mean by not is some of the comments that are made are very, I don't mind rudimentary comments, simple stuff. A lot of us are beginners, some are intermediate in the course, whatever. But some of the comments and the way of interaction, I'm wondering if it's really helpful or not. Um, you know, um, I guess what I'm getting at is it enough interaction to have an online group? And yeah, you can ask the instructor questions and they get back to you, when they can. Sometimes it's immediately, sometimes it's within days. So I guess you just gotta, there's been some times where I've reached out and I've asked a question and I've needed that answer right then and there, or I would have liked it. Maybe like if it has to do with trading, for example, and I wanted an answer right then and there, because I just experienced something in trading and I really could have used the help like right then and there. And then sometimes it's just a question that you're wondering about. And I need to write down these questions because the ideas and the questions always pop up in my head as the course goes by. So I was wondering if these video courses are as good as good old fashioned going to a classroom seminar where the instructor is right there, would that be good again? Plus the group, and you could reach out to the instructor. I don't know. It's just like some of these groups could be like people from Twitter. Just I think some people just like get high or something and blurt out anything on the chat. so it's not, and the instructors, they're within reach, I guess, but it just makes me wonder, maybe I'm just seeing it as hard. Um, I think about success here and there and like how to become it, and it's not really easy. I was watching a video on another YouTuber. He was explaining how success is not easy and why. And one of the takeaways from it was that we, as a species, we tend to adapt to who we are around. So if 90 plus percent of people are not leaders, they're followers, they're not successful, um, you have a gig where people just joke around, talk about frivolous things. No one's talking about financial stuff, investing, communication, persuasion. Um, Most people are just, like he was saying, content. They talk about their gig and the small stuff, the small stuff, like majoring in the small stuff, the little petty annoyances of the day and the gig. They're not talking about, you know, anything outside of that. So they talk about that. They talk about sports, who's their team. Oh, did you see that last night? Things like that. The vacation that they're dying to go on, it's near or it's way too far, dying to go on. So since most people are like that, and we adapt as a species, and we become like the people around us, it's no wonder why it feels so hard to succeed. Because, like I said, no one is talking about that other stuff, communication, persuasion, finances, personal growth, exercise, exercising the mind, reading. No one's talking about that. They'll read an article or a blog or some silly stuff on Instagram, perversion, perverted videos. They like to show each other and chuckle and giggle. And I know one type of people may say, "Hey, Rafe West, lighten up. Just be content. Have fun when I show you this guy getting his head blown off on Instagram or Facebook. This video full of perversions. Just be satisfied with that. Laugh, cheer up, lighten up." And so it's hard because you can't talk to people about certain things. So it just made me think of like these courses and stuff. They're good, and and you gotta always understand, if you're into self, improvement and personal growth, when you purchase these seminars, some are going to be good and some are going to be lousy, whether it's the speaker who's giving it or the content itself. Um, but the goal is to pick out the gems, just like is the goal with books or anything. Not the whole thing is not going to give you something. So you got to pick out the gems, and some there might not be any. So you got to move on. See that as your tuition, your tuition fee, and because other people, they won't even get a tuition fee. Like I said, they'll go buy 4 pairs of Jordans and blow all their money on a vacation that they probably shouldn't even be taking, and that's their thing. So it is hard to succeed because most people are into that average way of thinking or even below average, you know. And I can see why, you know. Most people wouldn't even take a course, They'll say, "What are you, crazy? I'm going to spend that on that course. What are you, crazy?" So, but I'm just wondering if those things, when you do take them, are good enough. The groups, like I said, some of them are good, some of them not so good. Do we need more in-person education again? I'm just wondering, and is there even any? I guess there is, right? But it's so easy now to take an online course, a webinar, um, so that, and it is easier to touch base with people. Although some people like don't answer on their social media. Certain YouTubers answer, certain don't. I notice the bigger they are, the more like they don't answer. And I guess, if you have zillions of messages and stuff, you don't answer. So yeah, I was just wondering if it's good because of technology or worse, the education. Mainly here, I'm talking about self-education. And so I was just wondering about that. Um, I'm gonna rock on because I know that's the name of the game. So I'm gonna rock on and notice those moments when you try and quit, when you feel like quitting, because they do come up, and they usually come up right before you're about to succeed at something, or right before you're about to go over a hump. They usually come. It could come like one or a series of them. It's usually right before you're about to have a breakthrough or something you want to quit. So I'm keeping that in mind, and hopefully, you guys withdrew a nugget or two out of this. And I was just wondering what you guys think about education and stuff. And is it good these days because of technology, or is it not? And how do you approach it? And how do you seek the nuggets of wisdom from videos and any courses, even live courses that you may partake in? All right. So anyway, it's pouring rain. I'm sitting here having some ginger ale, and I was pondering that. I know it looks like some other kind of ale, but it's not. It's ginger ale, and so that's about it. All right, guys. So you guys take care and don't quit. Just before you're about to succeed or make a breakthrough, remember that's usually when you get that feeling of I want to quit. That's when you got to just keep on, and you're probably going to jump a hurdle or have a breakthrough. All right, this is Rafe West. Take care, everybody. All right, and hopefully I will talk with you soon.